from PSG. On it goes in now to Doué. Doué's in! That is brilliant. And Paris Saint-Germain are romping.
The Champions League is one of the most coveted football awards ever. And today, with the new schedules dropping for the Champions League, I'm going to be ranking who has the hardest schedule, who has the least hard schedule, and who is just in the middle. Okay, we're going to start off with Atalanta in the Champions League, and they have a pretty easy schedule if you ask me. I mean, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain. But after that, that's not that hard at all. I think they got this. Easy schedule. Call me crazy all you want. I think Juventus is a pretty decent and easy schedule. This year, everybody's going a hard draw, and Juventus just, I feel like, has an easy enough draw to make the top 8, and they will definitely get out of the group stage. Next up, Tottenham. I feel like this is fairly simple. They got an easy draw. Could even be put lower up. They got very easy draw. I see Paris Saint-Germain, Dortmund. We'll see how they do this season, but they got an easy draw. Next is Monaco, and this is one point where I can make a mistake. But Manchester City and Real Madrid, they do look hot this season, but you gotta keep on remembering they're not as good as they were, though they do still have Spurs, they still have Juventus, they could have a hard draw. Now this is where it gets a tiny bit more tough, because they have Liverpool and Madrid with Atlanta and Ajax there. Liverpool would be very tough. Real Madrid's gonna be tough, but I don't think they're gonna make it out. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Union SG, they don't have the hardest schedule in the world. They do have a very tough schedule, though. Inter and Bayern being the main ones. Athleti's been a bit down this season, but Galatasaray, Newcastle, these teams are having tough draws this season. Napoli, you're looking at this and seeing some good teams. The good teams I see is Manchester City and Chelsea. Other teams have severely downgraded in the past years, and they have Chelsea at home. They're going to lose to Man City and probably Chelsea, but I think they still got this. Now, Manchester City, Dortmund, Madrid, tough. Napoli, tough, but I don't know how they're going to look this season. Galatasaray, also hard, but Leverkusen really have downgraded from last season. So I'm going to rank this a little higher because I feel that's tough. From here on out, you're going to hear me say the same thing, and it's true. The standard of this year is significantly higher. Every team has a hard draw, and this is tough. But compared to some other ones going forward, it's not as tough. They will get through, though. Kieran Almighty has been welcomed to the Champions League with Real Madrid, Inter, and Arsenal. Wonderful for them, and I do predict them to finish dead last out of everyone. I don't even see them winning one of these games. Maybe Paphos, maybe versus Olympiacos. Don't see it, though. Probably the biggest team here so far. Bayern Munich has gotten a hard draw, but Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, PSG away. It's tough. They're all the hard games away, but whatever. Call me crazy, but with Ten Hag managing and just all of the stuff going on with the transfer window, they're not going to make it out. Plus, on this hard draw with PSG, Man City, and like a Newcastle and all this straggling, I mean, that's tough for Leverkusen. Now, Bodo/Glimt, they did really well in the UAL last year. They did incredibly good. Semifinals, but they're not going to do as good this year. You see their opponents. You see how tough it's going to be. You see the new pitch. All just tough. I'm sorry. In making this video, I had to look over so many teams, and I just ignored Ajax. An easier draw compared to some of them, and should be a lot lower. But here they are now. And they don't know if they'll make it out. Benfica, they got Madrid, they got Chelsea. Luckily, they have Madrid at home, and you know that they can trouble some of their opponents at home. So I do think they have a pretty good chance about this. Leverkusen at home, Napoli at home. I see them making out, maybe. Dortmund, they have tough opponents. I mean, Inter, Man City, Juventus, Tottenham are tough, but there are just so many tough opponents. Moving forward, and they're making it out. They're making it out for sure. It's just how many games they lose. Another apology has to be made. I didn't see Paphos. Pretty easy schedule for the newcomer. I don't see them making it out. I see that they're going to be second to last, but, easy schedule. I guess they did them a little not nice. Lot to talk about for Chelsea, right? I mean, you got Barcelona. That's as tough as it gets behind like PSG and stuff, and maybe even similar. Bayern Munich. I mean, they have a tough schedule. Luckily, they got Barca at home, but this is still a tough schedule, and you might be underestimating it, but it's very tough, and they're making it out. I don't know these guys' names, but I do know to say these guys won't be making it out of the group. I mean, it's a tough schedule. Napoli, Chelsea, Liverpool, but like right here is when it steps up a very, very big notch. Now, Galatasaray saying that they won't beat Liverpool, Manchester City, or Athletic Club. They're going to beat one of them. They're that type of club to always pull off one upset. And I do not see them getting through, though. I think they're going to lose in the playoffs, but that is a very tough schedule. The only reason why they're this low is because they have PSG at home. That's like Napoli, Juventus, Bayern, PSG. I mean, bang, 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 like right after another. Tough schedule for them. I see them not going through. Believe it or not, I see Villarreal going through. Just kidding, that's a lie. Look at their schedule. Tottenham, Manchester City, Dortmund, Juventus, Leverkusen. I mean, they have so many good teams. Leverkusen have not gone down from last year, but still, look at that schedule. That's tough. They're not going through. The club with the most Champions Leagues has gone a hard draw. Liverpool, Juventus, Man City. The only thing is, though, they have Man City at home, so, again, it's inevitable that they play Man City in the Champions League, I swear. But, obviously, going through, it's going to be a little tough, though. Arsenal now, let's be real. They got some heady hitters, but are they going to get through Bayern? Maybe. Are they going to get through Inter and Atleti and all the other ones? Probably. I see them going through. I see this as an easier schedule than most. But still hard. The mighty Barcelona. My club. They have it tough. They have Frankfurt. They have Newcastle. They have PSG. They have Chelsea. They have PSG at home, though. And they are definitely going to go through. It's just what place they are. I do not believe they're going to beat Chelsea and PSG. So that one's going to be a little more tough to decide. I'm going to keep it 100%. Liverpool got it tough. Sorry, that's my cat football going off. Liverpool got it tough. That top row is tough. The bottom row is not. And that's why they're ranked this high and also pretty low for all the big clubs at the same time. They're going to go through top 8. Moment of silence for Newcastle. Okay, that's good. They face Barcelona and PSG. Probably the two hardest ones. They got Benfica and then Leverkusen on top of that. I mean, Leverkusen downgrade. Athletic Club downgrade. I do not see them going through. Maybe playoffs, though. Definitely not in the top 8. Inter, no way they're in top 8. Liverpool, Arsenal, Dortmund, Atleti, no way top 8. Beating two of those max. They're not going to beat Liverpool. They're not going to beat Arsenal. And they have a very tough draw. I don't want to say this, but they have a very tough draw, and I kind of feel bad for them. Coming at the 9th place spot is Copenhagen, and they took one good look at this and they said, yeah, we out. Tottenham, Napoli, Leverkusen downgraded. Dortmund, Barcelona, Villarreal, all of these teams are better than them except the bottom two on the right. Not making it out. At 8th place is Frankfurt. Don't even have words. Napoli, Tottenham, Barca, Liverpool. I mean, Tottenham just plays everyone on that. World, Atlanta, Atleti. That's a tough schedule. Some have downgraded, and that's the only reason why it is this high-low. By the way, by high-low, it means it's high, but it's lower. PSG, yep, or PSV, sorry. Bayern, Liverpool, Atleti, Leverkusen. Pretty standard for this top placement, and that's why it can't come in any higher than 7th, but it certainly is not lower than 7th. It's a tough draw. I mean, come on. Kicking us off in the top 5 is Athletic Club, PSG, Dortmund, Arsenal. All these guys are tough opponents. Compared to this top other 4, though, you're going to see how rough these teams got it. You see what I mean? There's a very good chance that they play Barcelona, Madrid, or Leverkusen, Arsenal back to back to back. And that is not good for them at all. That's like the 3 teams you don't want to play. Olympiacos got it so tough, and they're not going to make it out. At 3rd place one of the littlest teams in the bracket, but certainly got a tough draw. Barca, Inter, Arsenal, Tottenham, even like Athletic Club in Atlanta are very tough opponents. They're going to be underestimating this, but they're going to not make it out. Now, I have something to explain to do. PSG, Bayern, Barcelona, Atlanta, Leverkusen, Tottenham, even though it's cut off, Sporting, Newcastle, Athletic Club, they're not getting a break. They are not ever getting a break in this Champions League format. Those are all very tough teams. What an insanely horrible draw it was for them. I have no words. That is like the worst besides number one, and I can also see how you're going to put them for number one. PSG, I mean. But if you don't know who this team is, you're just not going to get it. If you don't support them, you're not going to get it. But that team is Club Brugge. Now, I see how the depth in PSG is better, but overall, the better teams they play, Atlanta, Bayern, Arsenal, and Barca, the heavy hitters are harder for Club Brugge. But the overall depth is harder for PSG. That's why I could see it being a tie. I could see either going either way. But I have just leaned the stick a little more towards Club Brugge. I really do feel bad for them. Anyways, that's the number one spot. So that's the end of the video. And if you're offended by this, I'm very sorry. I just, all for my camera roll, I have not looked at these too hard. These are all just, I try to get this video out quick as possible because, well, Champions League games just came out and I just got home from school and I just found out the games. So this is a nice information video for you. Like and subscribe. And if you predicted Club Brugge or PSG would be one, then make sure to send a comment. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.